Time, a special ceremony in Orange County honored the mothers and families of fallen military heroes. On Sunday, officials recognized Gold Star Mother's Day. Mayor Jerry Demings paid tribute to these families in a special ceremony at Central Florida Veterans Memorial Park in Lake Nona. Joanne Maitland says her son Richard Hubble, the third, died while serving in the U.S. Army.
He joined the U.S. Army following in the footsteps of his grandfather and his uncles. He volunteered before 9/11. His job as an Apache Longbow helicopter mechanic was to prepare his birds, as he called them, to go into battle.
This was the county's third annual Gold Star Families Tribute.
What is a big week in politics as the nation watches the Biden administration policies and initiatives play out. And joining us live this morning to talk more about it is former State Senate President Mike Haridopolos. Good to see you, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing well this morning. How about yourself, Amy?
Very good, thanks. All right, this is a big week, right? Maybe one of the biggest weeks ever in the U.S. Congress. They've got these two packages that they have to vote on, the infrastructure package, and then, of course, the larger $3.5 trillion bill. We're talking about the most money that has ever been spent in this country.
Exactly. I mean, it could be a very big week in Congress. As you know, in the last couple months, they passed the infrastructure bill. That's where they're going to be repairing roads, bridges, other things in the items. As bipartisan support, over $1 trillion in spending. That looks like it's finally going to pass the House of Representatives. The more left-wing part of the Democratic Party, the progressive wing, was balking at this idea, but now Nancy Pelosi has kind of surrendered. She is saying she is not going to tie the two bills together. She's going to vote individually on the infrastructure bill and hopes that she can get enough votes to get the entire $3.5 trillion bill passed as well.
We're spending a lot of money, obviously, and of course then there are huge concerns about inflation. You go to the store and just about everything we buy these days is more expensive.
That's exactly right. As you're seeing now, the major companies like Costco, Nike, and others are saying, look, FedEx is saying, look, we've got to raise prices. It's just the reality is with the labor shortages, all this money floating around, we're lacking in overall supplies coming over from Asia as the shipping costs have gone up over eightfold from $2,000 for a 40-foot container to $16,000. So inflation is here and we're feeling that pressure. And a lot of people are concerned if you go out and spend $1 trillion on infrastructure and maybe another $3.5 trillion in other social programs, it will only make this problem worse. And this is a very difficult time for the Biden administration because there's compounding some other issues as well.
Mike, do you see that a trend going back the other way? The other thing we're seeing is, corporations are having to pay people a whole lot more money and better benefits to try to even get them to come back to work. And of course, all of that rolls into the prices of everything we pay.
Exactly. There's just a lot of pressure on prices right now because people have money in their pocket. There's not enough items out there. Companies are looking for skilled workers. It's not happening. If you want to buy a car, there's not chips available. So last year, 7 million cars weren't produced. You're paying for not only a new car, but also for a used car. And so the Biden administration is in a real pickle here because their policies of spending more should only make this situation worse, which is troubling for all of us.
Well, and of course, all of that impacts the president's favorability rating because, people don't want to spend more on all these things. And they're seeing these crises happen in Afghanistan, on the U.S.-Mexico border. How does that play into how he's doing in the polling numbers?
His polling numbers have never been worse. It's down to the low 40s right now. It's creeping into the 50s for unfavorability. And what's most difficult for the president right now is he's trying to get these votes in Congress, especially the United States Senate, to pass his big $3.5 trillion bill. Is with low approval ratings like that, he's in trouble. Only about 23% of the people strongly support the president. About 47% strongly don't support the president. And so that's a big margin. So the anger is out there between this and COVID and the border and Afghanistan. He's got a troubling week. Let's hope that things can turn around because we all want the United States to be successful. But right now, the Biden administration is having a tough time. And it'll probably mean that $3.5 trillion bill will be reduced to maybe $1 or $2 trillion because he can't get the votes in the United States Senate because those senators are afraid that if they vote for this bill, they could lose their reelection.
Yeah, we keep hearing that the price of that bill is going to have to come down significantly if they want to get it through, Mike. All right, always great to talk to you. Great insight this morning. Former State Senate President Mike Haridopolos, thank you.
Thanks, Amy. Have a great week.
You too.